My name is Kirk. I'm the CEO of Growth CFO. I'm also the lecturer at Georgetown University for financial management for private businesses and the author at Forbes for the Growth CFO Void. And just to give you a feel of what we do is the Growth CFO is different than a traditional CFO. It starts with destination. Like, why are you here? Why are you on the planet? What's your purpose? And the more we know about you, what you want, what you really care about. What does financial freedom mean to you? What does it really mean? We have freedom of time, freedom of purpose, freedom of money. What does it really mean to you? Because then we know how to build the business, right? And it's just essential. I mean, for who you are. Where do we line the business? How much household income do you need? First, vitality, the basics. But there's 5 levels of household income to freedom and to generational wealth. And what does that really mean? And we get black and white numbers. A lot of times people think, I need a big number, I need this. But then you find out, no, it's really just, at this point, you got freedom. At the next point, you got generational financial freedom. You got the resources to do what you want, when you want, that kind of thing. So by being that black and white, then we know where are we at, what's the next tier on the ladder, and then from that destination endpoint, let's look at where we're at and how to get there. And that includes, from a financial standpoint, the United States is amazing. It's one of the few places where you can actually build a business, build it as an asset. So you have something unique, you have something that has recurring revenue every month, and you have something that's not dependent on you. And that's a key thing for most founder-led businesses. If the business is dependent on you, you can't get freedom of time, and then you certainly can't transfer, you can't do a partial liquidity event. Maybe you want to take some money off the table, and you certainly can't do a full liquidity event if any business is dependent on us as the founders. So this is what a growth CFO does, right? Get real clear on destination, get black and white on what different levels of financial outcomes mean to you, and then how to get there. What do we do in the business? Go to market, gaining new customers, growing existing customers, people and capacity. People and capacity is changing with AI. It's not going to replace all of us. It's going to replace parts of us, the task level work, but it's going to accelerate what we can do in our business. And we're using, the emerging technologies, AI, vehicle, blockchain, Web3, robotics. To get a feel of what a growth CFO does, that's it. How do we build a business as an asset, proactively creating options on how to get to your business, then making the right decision at the right time, using the clarity of the number story. Nothing's more clear than the numbers. We got option A, B, and C. So destination, beyond destination, the way we work is we really just build in the 3 habits of profitability as elevate the financial acumen of your P&L managers. And we have a 3-person team. So there's a growth CFO that's front stage with the CEO and the P&L managers. There's also an accounting and analysis manager working with whoever's doing the accounting to make sure we're elevating that area so that your business has, literally building customers, getting the money in, having the right reports, plus your audit and due diligence ready for strategic options, access to capital, succession. But always audit and due diligence ready to make sure that your assets are safe. When it's the right time, you have the option to do things that you might not be able to do otherwise. So 3-person team, plus as a CEO, I'm on the team. So I work with the business owners. And the 3-person team is establishing the 3 habits of profitability, which are basically, first, are we using the numbers, the monthly financials every week, every month to have clarity? Nothing's clear to the numbers. I expect to be at a 5. I'm over at a 6 or below at a 7. There's never any judgment. And what action does the P&L manager take to get the results you want? The second habit of profitability is cash. I mean, you can have profitability, but if we don't have cash, cash is a fuel in the tank to make the full flight all the way to the destination that you're looking for. So there's cash management, making sure the timing of the ins and outs match up so you always have more ins, positive cash flow. Then there's a cash conversion cycle. How do we bill faster, collect, hold on to the money, inventory churn if you have inventory? How do we accelerate the positive cash flow in your business? Just kind of a side note, strategically, for every dollar that you increase in cash flow, not only is your life easier, you make payroll, you have more resources to follow through on options, but also you get a multiple. For every dollar of additional cash, you get your multiple, 3, 6, 10 times that in the valuation of your business. So now you're playing chess. If I pull this lever to get more cash, I also get the valuation that you're looking for. And the third habit is engineering profitability. It's that financial flight plan budget where, baseline, but the best P&L managers do the what if scenario. What if I hire this? What if I do this? What if I automate that? What gives us the best path? So in the planning phase, really dynamic thinking, right? And that becomes the baseline that we measure our flight against every month thereafter. Monthly financials, am I over or under? Never judgment, just clarity. And there's a rule, even though I'm an Army guy, I love, in flight, there's a rule called the rule of 60. So small percentages make a huge difference, where in flight, for every 1% that we're off in the flight and 60 miles flown, we will miss the airport by a mile. So by having the clarity of the numbers, at least every week, maybe every day, so that your team members, they take the right action at the right time because they have the clarity to make sure you stay on course. Okay, so that's the 3 habits of profitability, a 3-person team, how the growth CFO shows up based on who you are, right? Getting real clear on destination. And the third big thing is we developed the Freedom Platform, right, which is the technology where no matter where you are, and we can put the right CFO to work with your team members, because the Freedom Platform literally does exactly what we're talking about in your life, setting certain things up, being intentional in your business to be aligned with your life, and then project management level clarity in the dashboard every day where the growth CFO 3-person team knows exactly what action to take and what outcomes are coming from that. And we work the cadence, we work in the business every week, and we work on the business every 90-day sprint. Let's pause, let's see where things landed, use that data to make set up the next 90-day sprint all the way to that multi-year flight plan to your destination. So hopefully this was helpful, but in short, that's what I was born to do, is bringing the growth CFO to the world, which is a full evolution beyond what a traditional CFO could do on their own. So with that, thank you for your time and attention.